Teacher Time Mastery, the podcast made for secondary English language arts teachers like you, with your host, Becky Czar.
Investing in teachers, investing in education. Let your school pay for Vocab Vigor. Hey there, fellow educators. We all know the struggle of having to dig into our own pockets to provide essential resources for our students. But guess what? It's time to debunk that myth and take a stand for ourselves. Just as doctors wouldn't buy their own medical equipment, we shouldn't have to bear the burden alone. That's where Vocab Vigor comes into play. A game changer in vocabulary instruction and getting more of that sweet free time back. In this post, we'll show you how to convince the right people in your school system to invest in Vocab Vigor, and we'll guide you through the exact steps you need to take. Let's make sure you, your classroom, and your students thrive. Section 1. It's time to speak up. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. We need to break free from the belief that teachers are solely responsible for funding their classrooms. It's time to advocate for ourselves and communicate our needs effectively. We'll help you navigate the process and ensure your voice is heard. After all, effective vocabulary instruction is crucial for student success. Section 2. Introducing Vocab Vigor, your secret weapon. Let's dive into what makes Vocab Vigor such an incredible tool for vocabulary instruction. Picture this: engaging content, interactive exercises, and a curriculum that aligns perfectly with your objectives. Plus, it's super user-friendly, making implementation a breeze and maximizing learning outcomes. You'll wonder how you ever taught without it. Section 3, winning over the decision makers. Bum, bum, bum. Now, let's get down to business. Who do you need to talk to in your school system to make this happen? The key players are typically your school administrators, department heads, and curriculum coordinators. They hold the power to approve your requisition. So here's your step-by-step guide to make a persuasive case. 1. Craft a compelling proposal. We've got you covered with a pre-written rationale and proposal letter template. It saves you time and ensures a polished request. Personalize it to fit your specific needs and style, then simply print or hit send if you're doing it as an email. Want to use this to get some other requests approved? Go for it. Tailor it to your needs. Step 2, align with standards. Show your administrators how Vocab Vigor perfectly aligns with your curriculum objectives and the Common Core State standards. This is crucial for gaining their attention and support. This isn't some fluff program. It's a hard-hitting standards machine. Number 3, boost those test scores. We all know the insane pressure around standardized testing. Highlight how Vocab Vigor leads to improved performance on these standardized tests. Back it up with research or real success stories to make your case even stronger. Check out our favorites, here and here, which will be down in your show notes. Number 4, tackle behavior issues. Demonstrate how Vocab Vigor fosters a positive learning environment by enhancing students' language skills. Explain how this can significantly reduce behavior disruptions and create a more productive classroom. Plus, your students are going to be incredibly engaged. They're going to love the gamified sections and being able to have their voices heard. That alone right there is going to help stave off some of these behavior issues in your classroom. Step 5, differentiate with ease. Showcase the differentiation techniques embedded within Vocab Vigor that cater to diverse student needs. Emphasize how it promotes inclusive education and supports all learners. We hit on the multiple intelligences in many different ways, or should I say multiple ways. We have study guides for IEP students that have to have those notes ready to go for them at the start of class. We've thought it through and we've set it up for you. Number 6, teacher retention matters. Share how Vocab Vigor positively impacts teacher satisfaction and retention. Discuss how it reduces your workload, how it enhances your professional development, and makes teaching even more fulfilling for you. This is weighing heavily on your administrators' minds right now with the high levels of teacher turnover. It's one of the reasons that I started this program. I want to help you find your love of teaching again. Show them that this can help you on your way, and they will have less turnover. Okay, section 4, flexible payment options. We get it. We understand that managing payments can be a concern for schools when it comes to investing in educational resources like Vocab Vigor. That's why we've got you covered with a flexible payment option plan that makes it easier for your school to budget effectively. You can choose between 2 convenient plan links. Either choose the monthly payment option, or if they want to just have a one and done with it, off their books kind of setup, we have you covered there too with a one-time single payment option that covers you for the entire school year. If you opt for the monthly payments, you can spread out the cost over several months, making it more manageable for your school's budget. It's like taking small bites instead of a big gold ball at once. Not sure if it's a perfect fit for you? No worries. You have a 14-day free trial waiting for you, and you can cancel your plan at any time. On the other hand, if your school prefers simplicity, you can go for the one-time payment option, making a single transaction for the whole school year. No need to worry about monthly reminders or juggling payments. Another bonus? We knock off several dollars for one-time payments. We want to ensure that bringing Vocab Vigor into your classroom is as seamless as possible, and that includes making payments easy peasy. Section 5, making the purchase. Okay, so you've convinced the decision makers. Now what? Let's talk about the actual steps to acquire Vocab Vigor. If you're using a purchase order, a PO, no worries. You can still get instant access to this invaluable resource. Here's what you need to do. Step 1, follow the school's requisition process. Contact your school's purchasing department to understand the requisition process. Every school does it a little differently, and they'll guide you through the necessary steps. Step 2, submit your requisition. Complete the requisition form, including all the required information such as project details, pricing, and vendor information. Attach your proposal letter to strengthen your case here. Make sure you have that there for a really quick, are we really needing to do this moment? You have that proposal letter ready to go to convince them that yes, you deserve this. Step 3, follow up and stay persistent. Check in with the purchasing department regularly to ensure your requisition progresses smoothly. Stay persistent and show your dedication to bringing Vocab Vigor to your classroom. Now, for all of these resources we've been talking about, I have a little school pack ready to go. I'm still kind of fiddling around with the official name for it, but basically, I have done all of this work for you. I have a Google folder ready to go where you can just download a template for your proposal, for your rationale. Fill in your details and you're done. I have a document that shows how it addresses many Common Core state standards. I have one that talks about how we differentiate and how we accomplish that. I have one that shows how this aids in teacher retention and how it aids in classroom behavior and management of that. There's a bunch of wonderful things inside this folder, so snag it. Even if you're not going to use it exactly for Vocab Vigor, still grab it. You can change the wording however you need and make it work for whatever you're trying to requisition. I'm just trying to make your time a little bit easier here. So, in conclusion, it's time to challenge the status quo and advocate for ourselves as educators. The more we allow them to push things on us financially, the more they're going to do it. With Vocab Vigor, you can unlock true potential of your students and create an enriched learning environment. Remember, you have the power to make a difference. We all know that. As teachers, that's why we're in the game. Follow the steps outlined in this guide, reach out to the decision makers, and make a compelling case for Vocab Vigor. Make a compelling case for you. Make a compelling case for your students. Let's stand together and ensure that our classrooms receive this. I can't talk anymore. So if you've made it this far in the podcast, you get a little funny laugh moment. And ensure that our classrooms receive the support they need for our students' success. Here's to a future where teachers are fully supported in their mission to empower and to educate. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Teacher Time Mastery Podcast with your host, Becky Czar. Tune in next week for another new episode designed just for secondary ELA teachers like you.